I just noticed. Sorry, this is worth noting. I just noticed there have only actually been about 10 battles this entire war. 229,000 versus 298,000.
Well, if you're looking at our war, that's because the majority of the other ones were led by like PLC or whatever, so they would count as the other war. That
Gotcha. I'm just amazed because I think the smallest engagement here has been like 30,000 versus 30,000. Like that would have been a big battle in most wars.
That was my naval invasion of St. Petersburg, is what that was.
Gotcha.
Because I jumped St. Petersburg to because that's where the Streltsy would spawn. So he spawned the Streltsy, and they were like at 10% morale against my full morale. So I just
he almost beat you. I was watching that because Helson said, "Hey, come look at this! Come look at this!" Click.
Yeah. I actually had another 38k waiting to go in, so I didn't really. But yeah, so it's just as Kilrich put it, this is the never-ending Northern War because no one's like taking war exhaustion or losing money or anything.
Yeah, Russia's involved in just two massive stalemates: the one against you guys and the one against Iran.
This war was supposed to happen last week, but Prussia no-showed.
Right, gotcha.
So, but yeah.
Cool. So that was the Netherlands telling us about the shenanigans up in the north, which I totally didn't see. So the Netherlands, let's take a look at your armies. Let's switch over to the Dutch. And yes, the majority of the armies are indeed mercenary. Oh, using mercenary artillery, though. That's not a great idea. Use your manpower to reinforce the artillery and then use mercenary infantry. And that's the way to do it, because these guys are going to be costing 1.9 ducats a month per unit. That's almost 2 ducats per artillery. Whereas infantry is 0.6 per unit. Much cheaper. Still earning money. Yeah, of course he is. He's the Dutch. Although I have a feeling he's probably getting subsidies from... Oh, nope. He's just earning a lot of money. Let's see what the control of... Yeah, English Channel, 73%. Even though the British are trying to wrestle a bit of control here, the Dutch just have overwhelming trade strength. Actually, the British really are trying. Oh, they don't have a trade fleet here, though. They have 676 in terms of trade power. Oh, but the Dutch are getting 800 and... Oh, the British are sending trade to the Dutch. So the Dutch paying subsidies to the British, I'm guessing? Yeah, that's what's happening. Fair enough. That makes more sense.
Hey,
hello.
Are we going to go a little bit long, as usual?
Yeah, 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay. I guess I'll go tell people.
Tell Poet. Poet can do it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, so France, I think, has finally unconditionaled. And these units are currently exiled. That's a 100% war score. So what's Ulm going to take? Probably releasing Bar, by the looks of things. Papal States have taken... Oh, no. You know what's going to happen? This is going to go to the Papal States. Yeah, see? So the Papal States is just enforcing their trade strength in the south in Genoa. So if we just switch over to the Papal States here. 83% controlled by Papal States. They are currently earning 110 ducats a month in trade income. That is a huge amount. I mean, the English Channel is actually worth more because they're getting a lot of money from the North Sea, which is Russian? Nope. Where's that coming from? Lübeck's feeding into here. Half of it's going to Lübeck, which is then being fed into the English Channel. It's got to be colonial. Yeah, it's colonial. So all of the colonial money basically is going into the English Channel right now, which makes a lot of sense. And then what about the African money? African money is actually fairly well spread, with the bulk of it going to the English Channel. I'm somewhat surprised by that. Why are these guys not controlling more? Britain's only got 23%, Netherlands got 30%. Well, that's 60% between them. They are trying. They have a lot of provincial trade. Britain has a large trade fleet here, which is controlling a lot of it.
I hate everyone. I just lost Defender of the Faith 3 times in a single war because everyone declares war on France.
Dog.
I literally just... So Ottomans did it, right?
Yeah.
So I literally just re-up it, and then instantly Brazil declared.
Well, maybe you should wait a little bit before
I-
accepting it again.
Yeah. So I just like moved through chats yelling at all of them. Because
Yeah.
it's like, stop it!
Western Europe died in 2 sessions, got partitioned between all the outside powers. They kind of did, just reading what chat there was saying. So the Ottomans are now going after France, as is Brazil. Brazil probably in a bit of a race with the Ottomans to try and take what they can. Maybe Brazil's going to come up here, though there wouldn't be much point for that. Yeah, I'm guessing that the Brazilians want these 3, because that's 3 centers of trade. That's going to be a lot of trade control in Sevilla. Whereas the Ottomans probably don't care about trade, because none of that feeds into Constantinople regardless. Alright, so the Ottomans took a bunch of land. Brazil was apparently left with nothing. I will do multiplayer games happen every week. Yes, they do. Meanwhile, France is not looking too hot. I think it's almost in like the HRE's interest now to keep France alive. Otherwise, they're going to keep on ceding power to the Ottomans and to Brazil, which are not HRE powers. So it's at this point where Austria probably wants to be stepping in saying, you know how we saved the Commonwealth? I am offering you that same protection. All you must give is your soul. Meanwhile, the United States looks like they're getting occupied by a few people. They're definitely having a difficult start to the game, shall we say. Oh, and loads of people have been following. I am very sorry. I'm not ignoring you. Zazel, Dugmaj, Luke, Cook is Good, Thirsty, and Dubsteak. Thank you very much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. So, yeah. Have Brazil pieced out? No, Brazil are still going, though I don't know where exactly. Andalusia is landing some troops. Is Andalusia in this war alongside Brazil? They are. Does Andalusia stand to gain anything from this? Except for just prime French real estate, not really. Okay, so what other wars are going on? We do still have the Great Northern War. And there is, in fact, a great war going on right now. So we have 160,000 Hindustan versus 90,000 Dutch and other combined HRE. This is a remarkably close battle, although it does look like the Dutch are going to lose simply because they're outnumbered currently 2-1. Yeah, they were. So Hindustan just bringing the numbers here. How many troops does Hindustan, oops, that's Shan, still have? Hindustan's down to 55,000 manpower of their 234,000. They still need another 20 to reinforce. They are basically tapped in terms of manpower, although they are still earning an enormous, colossal amount of money, so I don't think that's going to affect them too much. It does look like the Dutch are just going to keep on merc spamming into this, which will be good for holding them up.
I'd like to direct your attention to the Netherlands for the next wave, as you just watch a bunch of men appear out of nowhere.
Yeah, I just saw that last fight.
Yeah. Someone wasn't force marching, I don't think. Anyone's really not.
Well, Hindustan is just there with like double your numbers anyway.
Yeah, I know, and it's Hindustan. It's the curse of only having a single India. They get infinite money and manpower and just get bored.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, early on it could have been Jaunpur and Delhi containing them. Unfortunately, Delhi chose to ally with Hindustan, so it was kind of foregone at that point.
It's just kind of that thing when you give like one player alone in a corner of the world that's super rich, they just have nothing.
Yeah, which is why I try to put more players in India, but people just let Hindustan grow.
Granted, the Hindustan being in the war is still kind of weird just because of that whole bug that let Helsin not join the Finnish war, but...
Yeah, well, I've commented on that before. I don't really want to repeat myself.
This whole thing has been weird because there have been like 3 major bugs so far in this war, so no one knows what's going on. Because
I get the Finland one. What were the others?
Oh, so if Helsin was able to stab hit Commonwealth without stab hit. So like he was sending because he had
Prussia.
over 50.
Yeah, that was against Prussia.
So he was sending the stab hit peace deals, but no one got stab hit, so no one thought it was a problem.
Well, I saw Prussia's stab go down.
Prussia never saw it go down.
Because it was like +1 or +2 at one point. It's currently 0. I mean, it should have gone all the way down to -3, but I don't know what was happening there. I wasn't watching because Helson said, I'm going to start stab hitting. I was like, okay, fine.
I think that was because his king died, because his king is only 17. Right?
Possibly.
Like, no one got a stab hit from any of those peace deals, which is why everyone was so confused when Prussia peaced out, because no one had any idea that was going to happen.
Prussia did get stab hit on the stream. Yeah, I was watching Prussia get hit. I just didn't see them go all the way down to negatives. I wasn't watching that.
But Prussia never saw it go down, which is the weird thing. Yeah, so this, as Fear put it, this is a war of great confusion and death.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, so what else is going on? Let's take a quick look at Iran. So Russia is starting to counterattack in the north. Timurids are coming out again. These guys have fallen back to a little bit more of a defensive line. It looks like Sagir Yorgir is having some pretty hefty more exhaustion issues. Yeah, they're at 20. Kazakhs at 20. I mean, they're AI vassals, so I don't think that Iran cares that much about them. But that's still going to be causing potentially a lot of rebel problems. How does it feel playing God, watching all the little humans fight like it's my own personal reality TV show? Not that good, honestly. Because I also have to deal with all the drama, and I hate drama. So, Brazil, Andalusia, and Sale have just forced France to unconditional. And yeah, it looks like France is going to be out after this session. Then after this, United States is still fighting, getting a bunch of occupations. I mean, the reason that the US keeps on getting occupied, unoccupied, lack of forts. Like, colonial nations don't really bother with building forts, and they don't start with any, obviously. Truce broke into France. I bet people are paying attention to that. Should trust the player. I mean, that's the type of thing that players definitely remember. And diplomatic reputation matters a lot. As does, like, competence reputation. Like, certain players are definitely, like, developing certain personas within the game. Like, Helson having this completely unassailable military reputation. Calico having a reputation of being very aggressive, but also very loyal to their allies. Fewer being a bit of a diplomatic mastermind. That guy being completely anarchistic. Lots of different players are, like, developing these personalities, and people remember that. France remember that. And this is going to be it. This is the end of the session. So we are now at 10 past. Sorry, probably got the flickering bug. Let me do this and then move people into... Let's choose the knights today. Hello, knights. Hello, hello. Moving people in. Hello, 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 hello.
It's like Paris will be soon. Oh,
hello, hello.
Paris
hello,
will be soon.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
This has been an interesting session.
Hello. Hello.
So I just appreciate the fact that
Who has the stream on in the background?
yeah, I was gonna say.
I was about to
I
say.
fucking heard that. Turn that shit off. Don't fucking
Sorry.
do-
The
Oh,
answer
it's
to
you.
that
That's-
question is
it's you.
I
You're
have the
okay.
stream on the background and I'm allowed to.
One person.
Yeah, okay. Anyone else who has it on, turn that shit off now. Bad.
Calico left,
You
so
don't
it couldn't be
fucking do
him.
Yeah, it's not it.
All right,
So
so
that was interesting. The Emperor does not condone that horrific border court, Fred. I don't know. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I had
We're
nothing to
all
do
like
with
fighting over Sweden.
Come
Look
here
over
and
and go,
change
what the?
Hey, mine was clean. I had clean borders, okay?
I was not involved in that. I had nothing to do with that. I disavow and denounce and reject everything that happened over there.
Uh-huh.
They're all bastards.
The real
disgusting
atrocity.
scum.
I think it's
The
beautiful.
real atrocity is the name of
Thank
fucking
you,
New
Mordred.
Zealand.
I can't even die properly.
Yeah.
Look at the name of New Zealand.
Ottoman Iberia. Wait, no, I was going to say
Oh,
Iberia's
you
not that
couldn't
bad,
even
and then I
spell
noticed the
Earth right.
Ottoman.
Yeah, you couldn't even spell Earth. Come on, fix that.
Exactly.
I just
Many Russians died today.
that just ruined how nice Iberia looked in comparison.
I think of everything in this session, the renaming of the Commonwealth is the best.
Yes.
There's definitely a theme
Well,
there, that's for sure.
There's a small theme. Small theme.
Almost.
That'd be fair if your entire country was seized out, so you had nothing else to do but name your country.
Oh!
Wait, you were fully
You mean he was
and you
seized
could
out by
rename it.
Hindustan, not by Russia? Is Russia
Yeah, my favorite province is Hindustan is dumb.
You owe Hindustan a lot of favors for saving your ass on a bug, Helson. Have fun with that one.
You all didn't have to take all of Finland, so that's
Alright guys, before this descends into this, I'm going to say thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button to get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, then do consider subscribing. Helps the channel out, lets me do more of this kind of content. If you want to support the channel otherwise, check out the Patreon, which you can find in patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a YouTube channel, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking, and also a Discord, which you can find at discord.gg/MordredViking. That's going to be it for me today. I will be back again with more streams for you tomorrow. Haven't quite decided what I will be doing yet, so keep an eye on schedules. That will be a 10 o'clock. Maybe I will do a double, because I'm away for the rest of the week. We'll see. Anyway, thanks everyone. I will see you next week for more of this. Until then, goodbye.
So
And also
sorry,
goodbye from all the other players. Say bye.
Ow!
Okay, and there we go. I should also go and see if we should go and host somebody. Why does this always have that wiggling problem? Right, fixed. Let's head over to Twitch and take a look.